Yeah, I'm here for one reason. Exercise these demons. Exercise these what? Exercise these demons. Said I'm here for one reason. Exercise these demons. Put them spirits on my back. Then work till sweat start leaking. I work and y'all ain't competing. I work while y'all niggas sleeping. Yeah, my engine go vroom. Y'all niggas tires screeching. Everything drop when I push up. Everything stop when I pull up. I suggest you breathe easy. I get all mine from the gutter.
What's going on, guys? This is Kenny from Campbell Fit, and we're picking up with my second half of the Spartan race. As you can see, I'm finishing up the obstacle where you had to carry the bucket for about a quarter mile or so. And after that, it was on to the spear throw. This obstacle was not particularly difficult, but it definitely was a little unexpected. The spear was a little bit longer than I thought it would be. It wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be, and the distance was a lot further than I thought it would be. No, they don't allow you to like run up to the barrier so that you could get a full head of steam and get some momentum. I was able to get it in the bottom corner of the cork board though. After that, it was a nice little jog over to the next obstacle.
Morning.
So this was the three-sided wall, and this was probably by far the most difficult obstacle that they had out there. It doesn't require strength, but it definitely requires balance and sure footing, and that is definitely difficult when you've been in the mud all day. So they have pegs at the top, they have pegs at the bottom. You are not allowed to use the center cutout portion of the board. You're not allowed to use the top of the board. You can use the posts to navigate around the corner. So this was extremely difficult. It definitely took me a while. You really want to just take your time on this one. I don't know how you can really prepare for this one at all. It's just, you know, taking your time. I guess play the floor as lava with the kids or something like that. But definitely take your time on this. Otherwise, you will end up doing burpees. You see me hit the bell. So I'm good on that front. And it's on to the next obstacle, which apparently was this creek. And I was not with it. So I just, you know, tried to jump over the whole thing. They definitely found every creek and pond that they could on this patch of land. The wall climb. With this one, you really just want to try to get your feet as far out in front of you as you possibly can, as high up as you possibly can, and then rely on your back and arm strength to pull yourself up. If you grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, you know, it's just like climbing up the slide the opposite way. It's made of the same sheet metal. So, you know, I was right at home with this. Coming down the opposite side, you definitely want to take your time. It's muddy, it's slippery, it's wet. You do not want your foot to fall off that rung. Same thing with the cargo net. You definitely want to take your time. It's not physically taxing, but if you have a fear of heights, then this one is definitely going to slow you down. And it seemed like towards the end of the race, they stopped with the physical taxing exercises as much as they did earlier on, and they started to just use things that were time consuming, where you want to take your time, where you're concerned about falling, where it would trip you up. More of a mental game, so to speak. So just take your time, you know, make sure that you're on the webbing good. You almost want to lean back so that your foot is really on the webbing, so that the body weight is on the webbing and not holding yourself up with your arms. After that, we were on to the monkey bars, and you see how some people kind of use that one-and-one method. I just, you know, reach out, grab the next one, pull myself up a little bit with the back arm, let go so that my body swings forward, and I'm able to get a good grip on that next one. And as you can see, I always make sure that I have a really good grip on that next bar before I let go. So once you do it like this, you know, you get some decent momentum going, and it's 1, 2, 3. After that, we were on to the A-frame cargo net. So yet again, just taking your time. It's a time-consuming obstacle. If you have a fear of heights, you're definitely going to feel it. And you don't want your feet to fall through the webbing. You are not allowed to use the frame, because as you can see, the frame goes right up the middle. I guess she must have saw that I was eyeing it, because she immediately told me, no, you can't use the frame, you have to be on the webbing. So that's what it is. Once you get to the top, you want to bring your leg over. Make sure that you're maintaining 3 points of contact the same way you would if you were climbing a ladder or something like that. And you know, I can't stress it enough, just take your time, because if you mess up on something like this, it's going to cost you even more. And after that, it's over the flaming logs and through the finish line. So with this, I realized that training with burpees really just helps your endurance. It doesn't actually prepare you for the obstacles themselves. Of course, it would prepare you if you were to fail an obstacle, but I would say the main thing to do is definitely get out and run on uneven terrain. Do a lot of pull-ups, because that will help you. Maybe some farmer's carries, push-ups, pull-ups, farmer carries, and running outside uneven terrain. You definitely want to make sure that you get some trail running shoes, because that will help. Do not go out there in a pair of Adidas or, you know, some Nikes that you think look decent. No, trail running shoes, and be prepared to throw them away if you're not prepared to hose them down in the backyard.
I suggest you breathe easy, I get all mine from the gutter. I suggest you breathe easy, I get all mine from the gutter. Yeah, I'm here for one reason. Exercise these demons. Exercise these what?